You must have heard this before. Startups cannot run like large corporations, and big companies cannot remain loose and flexible like startups forever. Makes sense, right? I have been on both sides of the table, startup and MNCs. If you have ever felt there's something just off in a company, constant confusion, struggles, bottlenecks, it might not just be office politics. More often than not, it is an organization design issue. Well, that's exactly what we are going to talk about today. How different organization designs work in different stages of business growth of an organization. And by the way, if you have seen my last video on 5 stages of growth of an organization, you would know that an organization evolves over a period of time. And just like that, organization design needs to evolve too. Do it right, and your business runs like a well-oiled machine. Get it wrong, and you're in for some serious headache. So let's break it down and talk about what organization structure works best for which stages of growth. So the first stage of an organization is the startup. Startups work in a very simple structure. Everyone wears multiple hats. The founders make most of the decisions. This flexibility is great for speed, but can lead to chaos as the business grows. The next stage of growth of the organization is the growth stage. As businesses evolve, specialized roles emerge and functional structures take shape, like marketing, sales, technology, business, so on and so forth. These kind of functional structures work well as long as there is good level of communication and collaboration. But they can lead to silos if there is no proper collaboration between the different teams. The next stage of growth is scaling, when a company evolves into multiple markets across several different types of products. In this case, a divisional structure is more appropriate so that each division operates like a company within a company with its own sets of goal, priorities, and reporting into a central structure so that there is a proper control and ability to serve its markets and regions very well. The next stage of growth is an enterprise organization where it is across multiple divisions, departments with multiple products, structures, and services. And so it goes beyond having a divisional structure reporting centrally. This then evolves into a matrix structure where each of the different units coordinate across different units in order to serve their customers. So employees report both to their functional immediate managers as well as to project leaders across departments. This collaboration helps the organization grow. It can also lead to slower decision making because of the level of reporting and discussion that needs to happen across the organization. The newer organizations look at a very different way of operating where they work as networks with agile structures where there is small projects with shorter timelines, easier communication across divisions and departments, where a particular squad team working on a project across departments delivers the requirement in a very short period of time. This helps in a very large organization to become as agile and competent as a startup within a large organization. So this is more like networked organization. So here's the big takeaway. There is no one size fits all when it comes to organization design. It all depends on your company's goal, size, and the stage of growth in a particular organization. Startups need to stay flexible, growing organizations need structure, and large enterprises need good coordination among different divisions or departments. The real trick in this is evolving your structure as your organization grows. Now, when should you actually make these changes? The simple trick is always decide based on if something that is working well and there is no perceived change that is coming up in the near future. Don't shake things up. Let things run its course and then make a change at a logical point in time. And here's a pro tip. Clear communication is everything. Whether it is a fixed structure, a fluid structure, make sure that the roles, responsibilities, and OKRs, objectives, and key result areas are clearly communicated across your team and the organization. People should know what they own and feel empowered to make an impact on the organization. One last thing, reward structure matters. It's not about just the job titles or the hierarchy. People should feel heard and get rewards and have recognition within the organization. At the end of the day, A great organization design, it's not about the structure, it's about the people because they make it happen. So, what's your take on organization design? Have you seen it work well or totally fall apart? Drop in your comments and let us know.